Welcome back to Soda City Live. We are talking all things back to school this week, and when it comes to school subjects, science may be a challenge for some students, but there's a local program and organization that's making science a little more fun and much more hands-on. So joining me today is one of the owners and instructors of Unlimited Hands-On Science in Columbia, Billie Sanders. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to talk about this because science was not my strong suit in school, but I love the hands-on stuff. I don't know who doesn't. Before we get into this experiment you have set up, tell us a little bit more about Unlimited Hands-On Science.
Okay, well, Unlimited Hands-On Science, we've actually been in the Midlands for about 10 years.
Wow.
And basically, when I was in school, I was the same way as you are.
You were?
I did not like science. I didn't understand it. It was confusing. I didn't find it fun or anything like that.
Right.
So I had one teacher who actually started introducing me to lots of hands-on experiments.
Yeah.
And it was when I was in high school, and I was thinking the entire time, if I had done this when I was younger, it would have been so much easier for me.
Right,
so that's
what you like.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what our company does. We go around, we work with ages pre-K all the way up to 8th grade.
Wow.
And we do fun, hands-on, interactive science experiments that meet the state standards to try to get kids more excited about science.
How have you seen it with some of your students change their kind of view or interest in science?
Oh, well, from the first day, we let kids know everything you do has to do with science.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as you don't like science. You might not like every area of science, but you may like cooking, you may like dancing, you may like music, you may like video games. All those things are scientifically related.
It's bringing it into their own world, their real world, maybe finding their passion and then how science relates. I love that, meeting kids where they are. I know you've done, you do stuff all year round, obviously, but you've done some summer camps as well.
Yes,
Tell us more about that.
Yes, we ran summer camps. We have 3 different locations. We were at Heathwood Hall, we're at Hammond School, and we did some things at our site as well. And my programs were full day and half day. We did everything from a robot camp to the science of art, to nature science. We did lots of different camps this summer.
So cool. All right, before we get this last question, just why is it so important to start bringing more people into the science field in general?
We believe that technology and sciences in general, we need more scientists, especially in this country.
Yeah.
We definitely need more, and we just feel like it's one of those subjects that's kind of gotten lost over the years. I feel like that, you know, people just don't understand how cool and how great science is, and there's so many careers that are scientifically related that they need more people for it.
Well, I can sense your passion about it for sure, and it does get that stigma a lot, but you're helping to change that, so I'm glad.
Absolutely.
All right,
absolutely.
we are doing something hands-on.
Yes.
You brought it into us. What's happening here today?
Okay, so this is going to be a chemistry experiment.
Okay.
We're going to do a chemical reaction. A chemical reaction is basically when you combine 2 things and you turn it into something brand new.
Okay, that's what a chemical reaction is. Neither of the
components that you have. There are 3 ways to tell if you have a chemical reaction.
Okay.
One way is with a color change. Second way is with bubbling and fizzing, and the third one is with a temperature change. So I'm going to do this one right here, and I'll let you decide which one of those it is. Color change, temperature change, bubbling and fizzing.
Okay.
So the first thing I'm going to do is, I got my beaker right here. I'm going to add a little bit of water to it. Okay? And I'm going to add a few drops of this right here. This is a chemical called phenolphthalein.
Phenolphthalein.
Okay. Put a few drops in there. All right.
Okay.
Now
Haven't seen anything yet.
Nothing crazy. I'm going to stir it up just a bit. Okay. In my second beaker right here, I have a little something in here called sodium hydroxide. Now this is a chemical that if you get it on your hands, you definitely need to wash your hands. You don't want to get in your eyes. That's why I got my right here. But it won't be any, I don't have a lot of it in here, so it won't like spill or anything like crazy. But I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of this in here.
And we do have the ingredients listed here on our screen right now, and you're going to mix that up?
Yep, I'm going to mix this up just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. You notice anything crazy yet?
No.
Nah.
No, nothing.
Nothing at all. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the first cup with the phenolphthalein and put it in this third empty beaker. I'm going to pour a little bit of that in there. Okay. Now I'm going to take the sodium hydroxide and I'm going to pour it in as well.
What?
Okay, all right.
You know what? I'm noticing something a little different, Billy. I gotta say, this one looks a little different. Color
looks
change.
a little different. So we got a color change right here. Okay.
That's beautiful.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one right here and I'm going to pour it into this last cup, and I want you to tell me, what do you think is going to happen?
I'm going to go fizzing.
Okay. Let's see here. Pour just a little bit.
Wait, what? So what was in this cup?
So what was in this cup right here is a chemical.
That is crazy.
Yes. So it's like it was never there. We weren't here, none of this happened.
So if you poured that back in there, it wouldn't turn pink though, right? Because you had to have those 2?
Yes. So I'll tell you what I had in here. So this right here in the third cup, this last cup was acetic acid, which is a big fancy name for vinegar. Okay?
Okay.
These two chemicals right here are bases. This
Okay.
chemical right here is an acid.
Okay.
When you combine an acid and a base together, they kind of neutralize each other. But I had a lot more of this acid than I did these two bases.
Okay.
So when I took these and put them in here, cleaned it right up.
I'm learning something. See, you're teaching me. I'm about
Exactly.
to sign up. I know I'm not in 8th grade, but wow, this is awesome.
Yes.
So could someone do this at home, or you can't really get that stuff on your own?
This is stuff right here that has to be, we've gotten these chemicals from a chemistry store.
Oh, okay.
It's actually chemistrystore.com is one of our go-to places here in Columbia. It's in West Columbia. But as for this right here, this is definitely something that we do with some of our older children. And it's definitely something that when we do have labs like this and we have these types of chemicals,
Yeah.
you need the goggles, you need gloves.
The whole thing,
and
yeah.
you definitely need the instruction of how to do the right thing and the right things to do in the laboratory.
Well, that's why
So,
if someone wants to do this, they should
yes,
just come to
yes.
you. Let the
But we
professionals do it.
but we will have another experiment today that is a little bit more,
Like you could do it at home.
yes.
Okay,
Exactly.
that's a great tease. We're about to do that next. But I will say thank you for doing that. It's nice to see your style of teaching, right?
Yes.
Like you hooked me with all of that, and then you really explained what it was, but you already had me hooked. So I appreciate you walking us through that. Even I can understand that, and that's saying a lot. So, Billy, thank you so much for showing me that.
No problem.
As Billy mentioned, we're going to do another experiment set up right here, but actually with a student next time. So stay with us. Soda City Live will be right back in just a couple minutes.